Hello student, today we are discuss about the chapter 3rd metals and non-metals. There are 118 chemical elements known at present. On the basis of their properties, all the elements can be divided into two main groups, metals and non-metals. Do you know about the metals? Okay, metal means any element which have 1, 2 or 3 electron in valence shell or behave like metals. They are metals are easily donate the electron and convert into positive ion, so called electropositive. Okay, metals are the element that conduct heat and electricity and are malleable and ductile. For example, iron, aluminium, copper, silver, gold, platinum, zinc, tin, lead, mercury, sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. These elements are placed in left side and bottom side of the periodic table. Non-metal. Non-metals means which are easily gain the electron, so they are called electronegative, and which are placed in right side of the periodic table. For example, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, silicon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, helium, etc. Non-metal, which are easily gain the electron and convert into negative ion. So, they have 5, 6, 7 electron in valence shell. So, finally, non-metals are the element that do not conduct heat and electricity and are neither malleable nor ductile. They are brittle in nature. Now, we are discuss about the physical properties of the metal. Metals. Metals are generally hard in nature. For example, iron, copper, gold, etc. Next, metals have high melting point and boiling point due to the presence of metallic bond between metal and metal, which are strong in nature. Metals have high density due to the presence of strong bonding between the metals. For example, iron, copper, gold, etc. Metals are ductile. That means it is it can be drawn into thin wire. For example, gold, copper, silver, iron, etc. Metals are malleable. It's a very important. It can be beaten into thin sheet with hammer. For example, iron, copper, gold, aluminium. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. That is, it allow heat and electricity to pass through it easily. For example, gold, copper. Metals are lustrous. It's mean shiny surface. So metals have luster. This means they are shiny. For example, gold, copper, silver. Metals are sonorous. It means it makes sound when hit with an object. So, uses of metals in bell, string of guitar, etc. Now, we are discuss about the physical properties of non-metals. Non-metals are generally soft in nature due to the absence of metallic bond. They have weak van der Waals forces. For example, carbon, phosphorus, etc. Now, non-metals have low melting point and boiling point due to the presence of weak van der Waals forces. For example, bromine, fluorine, etc. Metals, non-metals generally have low density due to the presence of weak van der Waals forces. So, atoms are not closely packed. So, they have low density. For example, hydrogen, carbon, etc. Now, we are discuss about the ductility. Non-metals are not ductile. It's mean not convert into wire. For example, silicon, boron, etc. Non-metals are not malleable. It means they cannot convert into thin sheet with hammering, but they are brittle in nature, easily break. For example, sulfur, phosphorus, etc. Non-metals are generally bad conductor of heat and electricity. For example, iodine, sonorous nature. Non-metals are not sonorous. That means it cannot produce when hit with a hammer. For example, bromine, fluorine, etc. Now we are discuss about exceptional cases of metals and non-metals. For example, electrical conductivity, carbon, which are non-metal and present in graphite is conduct electricity due to the presence of free electron. So behave like a metal, but it have in non-metal category. Luster. Iodine is a non-metal which is lustrous, having a shining surface just like metal. It's an exceptional case. Hardness and softness. Metals are generally hard, but some metals are soft in nature, so easily cut by knife. For example, sodium, potassium, lithium, etc. Physical state. Metals are generally solid, but mercury is a metal which is present in liquid at room temperature. Melting point and boiling point. Sodium, potassium, cesium and gallium metals have low melting point. Diamond is a non-metal which has a very high melting point and boiling point. Density. Alkalis metals like lithium, sodium and potassium have low density just like non-metals. Thank you.